Chef, how are you? And welcome to this video. The reason that you are watching this video right now, Chef, is because you've shown interest in joining Chefit, or you've applied to join Chefit and you haven't booked your call, or you just want to change. And the reality is right now, Chef, is you would not be here if you did not want to change. Now, whatever that result is for you, whether that's losing 20 kilos plus, getting your energy and motivation back so you can be a better chef or a better role model for your kids, or be better in your relationships, or get your headspace clear and add structure to your life so you have more work-life balance. Whatever your reason for being here is, you know you want that result, but you've looked into Chefit and you're not 100% sure of what this thing entails, whether you're ready for it, whether you want to do it, whether you know it's going to work for you. All these questions are circulating in your mind, and I totally get that, because the online space is a weird one, and there's a lot of shysters out there who are trying to sell you this and that without actually providing any value and trying to do what they said they would do, which is get you a result. I am all about getting results. I am all about impacting chefs' lives positively. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clarify all the questions that you might have around whether you can do Chefit or not. So the first thing you got to understand, it's going to share over my iPad here, and I'm going to illustrate exactly what the process is for starting Chefit, what happens when you apply, book your call, and then after you start and you join up, like what is the actual process. So let's imagine that you start down here, and this is point A, and towards the end of Chefit, you get to point B. So this line here represents the process you're going to go through. So right now, Chef, what you're going to do is you probably already have applied to join Chefit if you're watching this video. And what I mean by applying to join Chefit is you've seen an ad by me, which is a video or whatever. You click into it. It asks you some questions. It says apply now. You click the button, you answer a few questions, boom, and you apply. That's step number one. Now, once you get past that, then it's about going to the next stage, which is booking the call. Now, what's the story with booking the call? This might be one of those moments where you're like, oh Jesus, well, I kind of want it, but I don't really want it. Let me actually establish what the call is about. You go to the page, you book in a time and a date that works for you. Okay. Now, once you have this time and date that works for you, Chef, basically the idea is before the call, I will contact you. Or if you've already applied and you haven't booked in a call, I will contact you. And once that call is booked in, I will then send you your pre-call guide, okay? The pre-call guide explains exactly what the call is about, and it explains what you need to do to get the max out of it. But really, let me just break it down for you. What we do in the call, Chef, is this. Number one, and this is a coaching call, by the way, and it's probably one of the most powerful conversations you will ever have in your life, especially if you're struggling right now. Because I am someone who does not judge. I am here to coach you. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to guide you. And this call is completely and utterly free. There is no strings attached to this call. If that's the thing that's in the back of your mind of, oh, dude, I don't want to get in a call with someone, it's no strings attached to it, okay? The first thing that we're going to do on the call is we're going to get clear on what the problem is. And my stylus here is very clearly a problem because it's not writing correctly. But you get what I mean. We get clear on the problem. So let's actually dive into what problems you're dealing with, what issues you're having, what's in your lifestyle that's not working. Is there things in your relationship that's not working? You're unhappy with your work situation. It's an opportunity for you to get these things off your chest that maybe you haven't been able to speak about before. And once we get to the bottom of the problem, and I'm here to tell you the truth, and if I need to call you out on something, I call you out on something. If I need to clarify something for you, I clarify it for you. I'm going to help you get clear on what the problem is. Once we get clear on the problem, Chef, then what we go and do is we look forward and we set your goals. And the idea of having these goals is 12 months from now, where do you want to be? How do you want to look? How are you going to feel? And how are you going to act? And we establish and we set very clear destinations, very clear deadline. And then we have a very, very good idea of where we're going. And once we know where we're going, I literally will take you through a step-by-step. Hey, this is the plan, Chef. This is what I would do with you step by step if I was coaching you to make that change. And this is where you get a taste of, right, what am I expecting here from Chefit? How is this actually going to work? How are we going to get this result? Because I set lofty goals with people. So we need to plan accordingly. So once we go through the problems, we go through the goals, and we go through the actual game plan, then we get to a point where if I feel, and this is a key thing, there's no strings attached to the call. So the call is completely free. We go through it. At the end of the call, if I know that I can help you genuinely and I know you're a good fit for ShefFit, I'll offer you a space to join us. And what I mean by offering you a space to join us is I will say, okay, cool, you're in. Here's the options that you have for getting started. And I'll talk you through our 2 membership options. I'll talk you through the timeline. I'll talk you through all of those things. The truth is, I have no interest in working with people who aren't committed. And there's a very good chance that if you're going, oh, how much does this cost? And you haven't even spoken to me yet, you're probably not a good fit and you're probably not committed. Because what you're saying really is, how much is this going to cost me to fail? And I have no interest in working with people who have a tendency to fail. I have an interest in working with people who really want to change, and it's drastically needed, and you have to do something about it, because that's where the commitment comes from. The commitment comes from urgency. So if I know that commitment is there, I'll offer you a space and you can join. Once we establish what option you want to take, cool. Let's say you sign up to ShefFit, picking one of our memberships. Then what it goes into is intro week. Intro week is basically where me and my coach George are there to take you step by step on everything that you want to know. So I'll just show you an example of what intro week actually looks like. So you'll be getting emailed every single day the week after you start. So we have a phone call on a Thursday, cool. The next Monday you start intro week. And on intro week, basically what we need you to do is you're going to be on ShefFit's membership site. I've designed this course for the course of 5 days where you're going to go through these videos. You're going to download every task that I give you. So all these worksheets and stuff, and we work our way through these in intro week. And the idea is that you get up to speed on everything you need to know to be successful in achieving your goal in ShefFit. So as you see here, like, welcome to ShefFit, the idea of what we're doing, the facts, so you know where you are right now, setting the new identity and having your goals mapped out and on paper, having your structure and schedules of how everything works within ShefFit. Here's the nutrition plan, the training protocol, how we do everything. And then the chef's path is the leveling up system. So obviously within ShefFit, people of varying experience levels, we have a hierarchy. So there's level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you level up within the system based on how you're improving your numbers, how many sessions you're getting done, and how much stronger you're getting in the gym. So that's the chef's path. And these 7 videos and tasks that are associated with them are what intro week is. We also keep up to date with you in the WhatsApp group and by email as well. So that's the start of that. That's intro week. Now, once we finish intro week, Chef, what it moves to then is taking it another step further, which is you then enter the race. And the race is probably the most important part of all of this, because the race is ShefFit. The race is ShefFit. So what does that actually mean? Well, the race basically looks like this. So you need to imagine ShefFit is a very, very dynamic organism. You understand? And we're all in this together. So once you finish your intro week, you will enter the group. And this is where the coaching comes in around nutrition, where you'll see me coaching on nutrition and you'll see the other chefs posting their food pictures. This is what they're doing to follow the plan. We all stay accountable to it. I'll show you Workplace now. This is the app where we all communicate. It's the hub of ShefFit. So you have the nutrition in the race. You have the training. You know, you have the app on your phone called Trainerize. I'll show you that now in a second. And it's like, that's where I build out all the programs, tracks your progress. You check into your sessions. It's like being virtually personal trained by me. That is where we all push on the program. We all train. The other thing then is connection in the tribe. So what I mean by connection is in the tribe is we are all constantly communicating on a daily basis. I'm going to show you the app now. We are constantly communicating on a daily basis. And the whole idea here is that we all share in the same pain. We all share in the same pain. Like 55 to 60 chefs in the same group, pushing each other, motivating each other. That's what ShefFit is about. And we're all moving through it. And it's a constantly dynamic cycle. I challenge and test you guys on a weekly basis on what to do. So just breaking that down for a second, then let me just show you what that really looks like. So first and foremost, as we look at what the ShefFit Hub is, we use something called Workplace, which is very similar to Facebook. It's actually built by Facebook, but it's not on Facebook, if that makes sense. It's a separate app. And it just allows us to have a bit of privacy, but also use the same features. So the first thing that we need to look at then is you get onto Workplace. You'll have an app on your phone. It'll same thing as Facebook on your desktop versus your app on your phone. So as you get in here, we have our individual groups. Everyone is part of these groups. The first one would be called Revelation. So this is where all the chefs will basically post constantly about what they're doing. So there's live videos here. There's all sorts of stuff in here in regards to what the chefs are doing. Apologies, my internet is a bit slow here as I'm trying to record this screen at the same time. So the chefs are constantly in here doing live videos, sharing what they're going through. You know, this is what I didn't work. This is what I did in training. This is all the stuff that I've done with my nutrition. There is a couple of girls in here as well. I just can't find them for the moment. But there we go. That's the page where you see the chefs constantly communicating. We all watch each other's videos. We all comment and support each other. If there's any struggles that you're having, boom, that's where it goes. Or if it's wins or whatever. Then you have Chef Fit HQ. So Chef Fit HQ is where all the general coaching will be done by me. So like I'll post every 4 weeks, I'll build a new program and I'll post a video about it now, explaining everything within the new program, the links to everything, explaining everything. And then this is generally where just general stuff is. You can see chefs planning their day, structuring their day, quotes, all sorts of shit. There's another challenge here. You'll see the challenges that we'll do. This week is the cherry on top challenge, where I've challenged everyone to do 50 reps of a certain exercise. So here's Jimbo doing 50 burpees at home. Like that's an example. That's me doing 60 burpees. You'll see here extra 10 for Matt Scar Jones because he broke his shoulder. So now we're all doing extra reps for Matt. Like that's what the idea of the group is, that we all stay accountable. So that's this week's challenge. Those challenges change on a weekly basis. Then you got food pics, very, very self-explanatory. Every single night, we all post our food pictures just to show that we're on point. There's a scone there. That's not part of the plan. Anyway, you'll see here that like this is the food, so we all stay accountable. I will do my own live videos in this group, and they are there to change your mindset and coach you on all of that. So again, I'll post my own videos here. They're always there to be going back and watched, or you can see them live. Then you have the roundtables. So the roundtables would be the group coaching call. So this is where I will do a training at the beginning, similar enough to what I just did on my iPad there for you in this video. And basically what we do then is after I've done the training, then what I'll do is I'll actually get you guys on individually and we'll have a chat and we'll see, you know, what you're struggling with, what the problem is, there any big wins from the past week, and getting you clear going forward. So that's roundtables. Then you have hot seats. If you ever have a day or a week where you're really struggling, you can apply to be on a hot seat. And a hot seat would basically be, you know, you step in, right, Cameron, I'm really struggling with this. I've lost motivation, yada, yada, yada. And then I will get you on and I will establish exactly what your problem is. Quite similar to the phone call that we'll have at the beginning of your application. And it's like, we get clear on what the problem is. I'll establish everything and give you a game plan going forward for what you need to do. So that's workplace. That's what the hub of Chef Fit actually looks like. But for your training and your nutrition, you go through it an intro week, you'll fully know. It's a very simplistic plan. With the training, you have something called Trainerize. So this is Trainerize on desktop, very, very different to what the chefs actually see. So Trainerize is where you log your photos, your weigh-ins, your measurements, and you track all your numbers in the gym and in your cardio. And what happens is every 4 weeks, I will build out the individual program for 4 weeks. Once I've built out all those sessions, then what will happen is I can click in and I can actually see the workout here. You know what I mean? So explanation of the sessions, what stretches to do for your warm up, what technique stuff you need to work on, all videos there to take you through. You click into an exercise, you know, it tells you what reps to do, all of these things that I've built in. Click into the video, and then you can get a actual coaching demo from myself on how to do the exercises. So this is what I mean by being virtually personal trained by me. You know, it's like I've built the whole system out that it is literally like having me on your shoulder at all times. So once I've built out a new program and I've built out all of this shit, I actually go into the individual calendars of everyone in ShefFit. And what I do then is I now map out your week for you. So you'll open up your phone after 4 weeks and you'll have the whole month mapped out on what you need to do. So you'll see here, it's like, obviously you have beginners in the group who've never really trained before. They start off doing beginner sessions. You have intermediates who've advanced a little bit after a while. And then you have the advanced chefs who are really, really strong and fit, and they're pushing ahead with that. So the sessions for individual levels, you have mobility sessions for your posture and your pain. Every Monday, I'll remind you to take your photos and your weigh-ins, and I'll also message you as well to make sure that you're on point, you know what you're doing. So that's like, that would be an example of a Monday. Tuesday, you'd have your cardio, again, a message to remind you what you're doing. Day 2, again, beginner, intermediate, advanced, and like your whole week is mapped out. So you know exactly what you need to do. And all you need to do here is go in, check in, track, boom, and you'll see the session showing up. Trainerize is really cool because you'll get to see stuff like this. So this is Kenny. Like, for example, Kenny's done his weigh-ins for a year. So 13 months ago, he was 127 kilos. Cool. He's done his weigh-ins consistently. And now we can see a year later, or 13 months later, he's 86 kilos. That's 41 kilos of weight loss gone. That's fucking madness. It is absolute madness. You know, and you can see stuff with the exercise, like every exercise, you can track your numbers, you can see what you're doing. And like in here, you'll see every exercise you've ever done over the course of the last year. We can start to see then, right, let's like example, look up a exercise here so we can get an idea. Like let's say it's a barbell RDL. Let's say I want to see how much volume he's done. Do you know what I mean? So you'll just get an indication of how much work you've actually been doing in the gym since you've started. So to be honest, Chef, like this is the process, and your membership will be 12 months long. So you exist in that whole fucking system for a full year. Obviously, I've just given you a snippet and a sneak peek into the workplace on ChefFit, but obviously there's a lot more to that. The engagement in the groups, the WhatsApp, there's individual WhatsApp groups for each of you where me and my coaches are there to hold you accountable and make sure that you're okay with everything and there's no questions that you have, you know, and we're there as a support mechanism for you. Obviously, there's weekly challenges in that group. As I said, there's weekly check-ins. I will task everyone on a Monday to make sure that you know what you need to do for the next week. It's constant. The support is overwhelming. The accountability is incredible. There is no program like this for chefs. This is not just, hey, here's a little program for you, good luck with it. This is an absolute overhaul of your lifestyle, and it's surrounding yourself with people who are trying to do the exact same thing. So again, Chef, I've tried to cover a huge amount there in this video. I hope I've given you some insight into what ChefFit is really about and what it does entail. Please don't be scared in putting your hand up and stepping forward. The call is a massive transformational experience for you. It's a very powerful conversation. So regardless of whether you're joining or not, like have that phone call with me or one of my coaches, and we will literally get you on the right track. If there is any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below this video. But if you think you are confident in what you want to do and you really want to change, Chef, click the link below and actually apply to join ChefFit and book that call, and I will see you on the other side. I appreciate you watching this, Chef. All the best.